Hello everyone. 9 years ago I made a video on my Dire Straits and Bangles singles. At the time I had only collected their singles which had non-album B-sides. Some years ago I made a video on my Bangles collection, so now it's time to make a video on my Dire Straits singles. This time I believe that I do own every European single releases. Well, sort of one is missing, but I'll get back to that later on. So the first one was Sultans of Swing, and this is the alternate version. This is the original version. They then re-recorded this song and released it on the album, and that's the version that is always on compilations, not this original version. Back with live version of Eastbound Train, a non-album track. Also have it as a German sleeve. And then in Holland was a second single, Water of Love, back with Down to the Waterline. There was some other countries also where it was released, but not in Europe, only in Holland. Okay, then we move on to the Communique album, and the first single was Lady Rider, back with Where Do You Think You're Going, this one being the UK sleeve. And this is the single that I have more sleeve versions than any other. Always back with Where Do You Think You're Going. So here's Portuguese sleeve. Then German sleeve. Then Holland sleeve. Then Spanish sleeve. And US sleeve. Did this have also the same B-side? Let's see. Yes, it did. Okay. Then there was also a second single release in US and Canada. This is Once Upon a Time in the West, back with News. Then we move on to the Making Movies album. There was Romeo and Juliet, back with Solid Rock. This being the UK sleeve. Then Spanish sleeve. And then Skate Away, back with Express Love, UK sleeve. And Holland sleeve, back with Solid Rock. And then Tunnel of Love, Part 1 and Part 2, UK sleeve. That's not on the sleeve, it's on the outer sleeve. German sleeve. And Holland sleeve. Then we move on to the Love Over Gold album. There was Private Investigations, back with patches, posters, tickets and t-shirts, a non-album song. But in Scandinavia there was Private Industrial Disease, but the same B-side, patches, posters, stickers and t-shirts. 1983 was a non-album single, Twisting by the Pool, or extended dance EP play. Twisting by the Pool Two Young Lovers and If I Had You. And this is one that I also have as a 12-inch. And 1984 was live album Alchemy. It was one single, Love Over Gold, back with solid rock. And that one I also have as a 12-inch. I actually never knew that there was a 7-inch until I really started collecting these. I only ever saw this 12-inch. But there was also, again in Holland, there was another single release, Two Young Lovers, back with Espresso Love. That was Holland only release, but there were two other countries where it was released as a promo single. Spain being one of them, and that's the version that I have. But in Spain they switched the sides, Espresso Love being the A-side and Two Young Lovers being the B-side. And not exactly sure, but I think also the live shot is different on the sleeve than on the Holland version. Both have live shots, but different ones. And after that we move on to the Brothers in Arms album in 1985. And first one I believe was So Far Away, back with Walk of Life. And I have two copies of it from different countries, but same sleeve, same A-B side. And I also have that one as 12-inch, again, same B-side, Walk of Life. And in the US, this kind of sleeve and different B-side, they had If I Had You on the B-side. And then Money for Nothing, back with live version of Love Over Gold. Then Walk of Life, which I have as a double 7-inch version. And this one, actually the second single here is the original Sultans of Swing release. Sultans of Swing, although this one doesn't mention that it's the alternate version, but it's the alternate version, including the Eastbound Train live track. Walk of Life first single has a live version of Two Young Lovers on the B-side. And let's see the gatefold. Yeah, and this one I also have with a different sleeve, Holland version. And this one has a One World on the B-side. And then in UK was Brothers in Arms, back with live version of Going Home. Your Latest Trick, back with Irish Boy and The Road. Both of those songs being from the Mark Knopfler soundtrack album Cal. And then we move on to the compilation album Money for Nothing. And in Europe there was Sultans of Swing, back with live version of Portobello Bell. And in Holland it was Money for Nothing, back with Brothers in Arms. After that we move on to the On Every Street album, and the first single was Calling Elvis, back with Iron Hand. And I also have that as a 12-inch. And this adds as a third song Millionaire Blues, which is a non-album track. And then The Bug, back with Twisting by the Pool, UK sleeve. Then the French sleeve, same B-side. And Holland sleeve. again, same B-side. Also, the title track On Every Street was released as a single in the UK, back with Romeo and Juliet. And there was also a single release for Heavy Fuel, back with Planet of New Orleans and Kingdom Come, which is a non-album track. And my most recent Dire Straits purchase, You and Your Friend, back with patches, posters, stickers and t-shirts. And this one has got a poster sleeve. And let's add this one also with the Encore's EP, Your Latest Trick, The Bug, Solid Rock and Wild theme of Local Hero. I saw them live on this tour, and I remember when they played that Local Hero, I remember thinking that they are just playing with a different arrangement, which of course they did, but I didn't know that there was any other recorded versions of that song. So one last one is Honky Tonk Demos, double 7-inch, including Sultans of Swing, Water of Love, Down to the Waterline and Wild West End. This one being Record Store Day release from 10 years back. Let's see what's on the gatefold. So that's it from what I know as European single releases. There are promo single releases, but to my knowledge, no actual single releases other than what I just showed here. But let's take a look at the rest of this. Rest of this stuff. Hold on for a moment. Come on, that's more like it. So there's a solo single, Mark Knopfler, Going Home theme of the Local Hero, back with Smooching. And I've never actually even thought of, is there possibly any other solo single releases? Because there were other soundtracks like Cal, which I mentioned earlier, and I think it was Last Exit to Brooklyn. Was there something more? Not sure. But anyway, that's the only single that I know. But again, to the year 1990, Mark Knopfler released an album with Chet Atkins, and there was a single, Poor Boy Blues, back with So Soft, Your Goodbye. And a second single, sorry, that one. The Next Time I'm in Town, back with Sweet Dreams. The album was called Neck and Neck. And then there was the band album Nothing Hillbillies, and there was a single, Your Own Sweet Way, back with Bewildered. And I have that one also as a 12-inch. And this one adds That's Where I Belong as the third song. And this album, Missing Presumed Having a Good Time, is excellent album. Another single, Will You Miss Me, back with That's Where I Belong. And third single, Feel Like Going Home, back with Lonesome Wind Blues, which is a non-album track, and One Way Gal. So, like I said, that's, I believe, every European single release, not including the promo singles and that one actual Holland live single release, which, like I said, is the other way around. So that is one that I am missing, but at least I have it as a promo single. But that's it for this time. Hope you like this. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.